best in sports entertainment. You know how we do here. In sports, we aim to be the best in the sports entertainment world. We're in the city of Philadelphia. I got my guy, B. Smith, here with me today. Follow us on Instagram. It's TBISE247. And also on YouTube, you can subscribe at TBISE247 Sports. So once again, I got my guy, B. Smith, here with me today. We're going to speak about sports, speak about basketball. You know, he's going to give his expert opinion to us today. So I got some questions for you. So how you been, B?
I've been well, man. How are you?
I've been chilling, man. So me and B, we go, way back, man, since we was young kids, and B always been a hooper, and I retired playing ball a long time ago, but B still doing it. I see got all this going on in the community with the kids, and he's doing a lot. So what you been up to, like as far as what you got going on?
Man, I've been doing a lot of things with basketball, mainly my camps and training, but I'm trying to tap into other things.
Yeah, so what's the name of your camp? What you got going on?
Basketball builds bridges.
Okay, and what does that mean as far as what's the meaning behind that?
It means several things. Basketball sometimes it's an end, so I try to bridge gaps between different things. It could be school, it could be trades, whatever. Basketball builds bridges. So it's just like I would say if you got something that you're good at, it's a bridge that's going to get, with the game, because the game is going to take you farther than what actually, if you played it by the rules the right way.
Exactly. So B, I mentioned, I knew you for a while since we was young. We're a lot older now in our 40s. Or at least I'm in my 40s.
I ain't no 40.
So,
no.
But yeah, but B, you play high school ball. Where did you play high school ball at?
I went to West Catholic first.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like a crazy experience. Then I went to Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I finished it off at, and then went to prep school.
Okay. So playing high school ball back when you played high school ball up until now, do you see a difference in the play of high school players now opposed to back when you played?
It's a big difference. I think these kids are more skilled, but I think the overall grit of the game is totally different. When we came up, it was more so out of 10 kids, probably 8 knew how to play.
Mm-hmm. I
think now, when you see things, you see it's 3 out of 10, and
wow.
That's no knock, to the kids. That's just that's saying that there's something wrong with the streets, because kids can't go outside and play basketball like they normally would be able to do back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
When we came up, kids, if they had a crate outside, they would play on the court and stuff like that. But now it's just it's too much just ignorant stuff going on, so it kind of takes away from the game. We
see a lot of the high school players, as you mentioned, a lot of people, a lot of the kids are being caught up in the streets because of I don't know if it's what's going on in their neighborhoods, in their homes, so forth and so on. But as you mentioned, with your league or what you have going on as far as your training that you got going on is basketball building bridges. Have you had a lot of the kids in the area kind of reach out to you to want to come somewhere where they can play and it's safe, nobody's going to get harmed, and so forth and so on?
Yeah, I've been doing this for 12 years, 13 years actually. When I first started, I started out in my rec center, 26 and Master, and that's a boxing, place where people, they go and they do boxing, but basketball was something that, was a forgotten thing. So I kind of I dug the roots in. I planted a seed, and over time I had kids coming in. But from that neighborhood, it's a lot of talent. I had Rashid Jordan in the gym, a lot. Fat Cheese, when he was living, he would come through with his little brother,
mm-hmm.
Ja. It's a lot of talent around there, just like any neighborhood in Philly. Okay. It's a lot of talent, but, it needs to be a place where kids can be able to go and exert energy out, stuff like that.
Exactly. So as you can see, everyone can see, behind us we have a lot of the kids, somebody like they're enjoying themselves. Outside of the fact of the kids enjoying themselves and the kids who want to take basketball serious, what's your thoughts, and what do you think is the first thing that the kids should work on in order to be successful in basketball?
You gotta know the game. You gotta want to be a student of the game. You gotta actually sit and watch games, not highlights.
Yeah.
A lot of kids, they sit up and they watch highlights, which is cool, but you're not really getting the concept of the game and how it's played. When we came up, we couldn't fast forward, we couldn't rewind. We had to sit there and watch a game play out from first quarter to the fourth quarter. So it's like you couldn't watch, highlights unless you watch ESPN.
Yeah, so it seems like a lot of the kids, now they kind of focus more on the highlights. They don't see the actual work being put in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they don't see the actual play being developed, I should say, as far as watching the actual game. So they watching the highlight, dunk, layup, whatever they call this jelly thing, whatever they got going on now. But you said watch the games now. When you're looking at a player and you're saying this player is going to be possibly has the ability to be nice, what are you looking for in that player? I'm saying outside of what you mentioned about analyzing the game as far as from the visual aspect, but when you look at it like a actual player, a young guy, like, all right, he has this, and this is what can get him over the hump.
Do he got that dog in him, or if she got the dog in her? Because it's like, it's gonna be parts of the game where you may not be scoring the ball, you may not have the ball, but are you gonna do something that's gonna help impact your team? Because at the end of the day, people look at basketball as an offensive sport, which it is, but sometimes other plays may happen that could actually dictate the end result, like a loose ball, running out on the floor, actually having a positive attitude, because energy is big. When you're playing with other people, are you going to bring down the people because you may not be getting the ball, you may not be making shots? So I just look at energy. That's the main important thing. And do they love the game? That's the one important thing that I can tell from kids. Wow, how they play. Do they actually love the game?
I agree. Now, looking at on a larger scale, when we look at we got high school players, we got college players. Right now in the city of Philadelphia, who's the nicest high school player, like top 5 high school players right now that you say, like, from what you see, has the ability to possibly make it to the next level, to play college ball and maybe go on to the NBA?
You're talking about in high school right now?
In high school right
college,
now.
They just went to college.
I'm talking about high school right now.
So they be going to the 12?
Yeah.
Well, me personally, how I look at talent as far as like playing the next level, when you talk about being a professional, or you just talking about just like being a college, because the college player and a professional is like 2 different players. Yeah,
well, I'm saying they have we'll say the top 5 high school players right now you see that has the ability that would possibly be good at the next level.
Okay, all right. So at the next level, it's a lot of kids that may be good at the next level, because I see a lot of kids fit in a role. These are the good teams I'm talking about. I'm talking about teams like, that's always competing at the end of the year.
I'm gonna cut you off. I'm talking about an individual player. You like, he go here, he nice, he go here, like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The top, because we need to get the top 5, in your opinion, top 5 best high school players right now that you say, like, that's the top 5, the best in our city.
This is no order.
No, yeah, okay, no order. We can do that.
Yeah, this is no order. I like R.J. Smith from Imhotep.
Okay.
He plays, the game from a defensive mindset first.
What position did he play?
He's the point guard, and he's like 5'8".
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that the way basketball is played now, a lot of kids can actually play pro ball with the type of mindset that he has. If they got that mindset he could play at the next level and play pro basketball if given the opportunity, because it's all about opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Everybody got a preference, so it's not really like it's really not it's about what people like. So I'm just gonna give my top 5, no order. R.J. Smith. I'm going to say, man, this is hard. R.J. Smith. Jalil Bethea. He's Ahmad Noel.
What high schools do they go to?
Well, 2 of them are Imhotep, and one of them is Wood High School.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Mark Jackson's son, Sharif, and I'm just gonna do 5A, B, C, 5A, 5A,
5A, 5B,
the rest of the Roman crew. Those guys in there, they they're proven. They won.
Mm-hmm.
They continue to win, and this year they added a guy that I work with, younger guy. His name is Dwayne Ruffin. I'm working with him for like 10 years, 11 years.
Okay.
And he a dog too. He coming up, so that's why I said I don't really got no order, because if anything, I'm not going to be biased, but you got to throw him in there because he put the work in. It's all about the work. When you put the work in, it may not show ninth grade, but, as it starts to, develop, just like a picture. Take the picture, you don't see it right away. Then once you start putting that, that product on it, then it starts to become, a picture. Then it starts to show.
Okay.
So,
outside of the high school, we got to go into the college players from Philly. We should speak about Philly because I know college is broad. The top 5 college players from Philly, and we can even throw Jersey in there. I know there's a guy that's in Jersey that we say he from Philly. We kind of like adopted him because he's so close. But
who are you talking about?
DJ.
Oh yeah. Anything that's like Chester, Camden, anything that's in the tri-state. Because they come and get that Philly. Anybody that's close to Philly, you gotta come in Philly and play against that type of mentality. So, he's not from Philly, but we kind of can claim him. We can claim Chester.
Exactly.
It's the area. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying like he's in the West Coast and we claiming him. Because he grew up in Philly. No, he's from Jersey, but we're gonna take him.
Okay. So who the top 5 players in college that's out of Philly, or out of our area, I should say.
Out of our area, that's. We're gonna say Wag. He's one of them. Wooga Poplar. He's a dog. He's a real dog. He can score. He can do what he wants. This year is gonna be an important year for him at Nova. He was just at University of Miami. I'm gonna say this is a sleeper to me. Jamel Brown. They call him. His nickname is Millsy. He just was at Penn State. Now he's at Temple.
Okay.
He's a sleeper for me. He hasn't had the opportunity, in my opinion, to be able to do the things that he's comfortable with doing. Damn, this is a hard one. Cause there's so many guys, man, that put in the work. Can't forget Xavier Brown.
Okay.
He like top dog, to me. You know what I'm saying? No order with this either, but just coming from the work that these guys done put in and just, they proved themselves over the past year. And these guys that I'm naming, they all freshmen.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say the other guy that just, signed with the Sixers. Justin Edwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't forget him. Like he a dog too.
Mentioning high school players and NBA players, because the college, with college you never really know who's gonna be nice, really, like who's gonna make that jump to the NBA, because the NBA it's only a number amount of players that can play in the league, so forth and so on.
Oh my bad, not to cut you off. The kid that go to because I was like stuck on it. The kid that goes to he went to Carroll. Ryan. He's a big man. He's like 6'10". He's going to Georgetown. I forget his name, but he's the one too. He's a pro.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a pro.
He's gonna be a pro.
Yeah. It's a couple guys that I may have forgotten, but you not forgot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're fine.
Don't be mad at me.
My bad, fellas. I'm not trying to just say that somebody's better than you. I'm just saying, in his opinion, that who he can think about who's the top 5 in high school, top 5.
It's a lot of y'all though.
Yeah.
A lot of y'all.
Because Philly breeds a lot of athletes, whether it's boxing, NFL, so forth. Boxing, football, basketball, so forth and so on. Philly is like a playground for a lot of good athletes. But just speaking about basketball, just comparing our players to European players, why does it seem like European players are more developed than players from America?
That's a good question, and I'm gonna break it down to you in the real. We don't put the time in. They put in hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of work. I was over in China with Stephon Marbury. We were running the camp. I was over there for 45 days. Out of the 45 days, 40 of them was camp. 5 of them was leisure.
Wow.
Now, when I say like camp, I'm talking about 10 hours to 11 hours a day of putting in work.
Wow.
And we ain't talking about like walking, sitting, chilling. We talking about work. And it ain't no breaks. See, over in America, we done made, our kids so they're just coddled. It's to the point where you tell them that we're gonna run 5 miles, and they look at you like, well, damn, why? And it's like over there is no why. You tell them to do something, they just gonna do it. I mean, it's not like somebody said go put your feet on hot coal. You know what I'm saying? Like saying run miles. That's what you do in basketball. You run.
Exactly.
And I feel like the European game, for years they've been looked at as less, and now they got the opportunity to get their players in our best league in the world, which is the NBA.
And they hungry.
And they hungry. They taking advantage. But they play. Everybody can shoot over there. Our players, we got the best shooter in the world, Steph Curry, but the majority of their players can shoot.
Yeah.
The majority of their players, they can play the game the right way.
Exactly.
And only Pete Crack. I'm live in the building with my brother Hollow Man. Here to check out the new clothing line, all the new fly stuff he got for the summer. I know he well known for like custom making stuff, one-on-one type of vibe. That's really what I came here for, but I bumped into a sweatsuit. I'm a sweatsuit North Philly type of kid. This is my favorite color, so that's what we doing today. But definitely got a lot of stuff coming up this summer, a lot of music, a lot of visuals, and I'm gonna need his hand in it, you know what I mean? Custom made stuff, one-on-one, nothing off the rack. Hollow Man, I need you, baby, let's go. Ring.
Like like I said, our players over here, they focus more on athleticism. That's he got bounce, he got this.
Yep.
It ain't really more so like the fundamentals. Because if you look at somebody like Luka,
oh my God,
Luka is probably going to be the best player in the league at some point once LeBron. He's probably going to take over the league. I'm assuming.
But I'm gonna say this about Luka too. He's offensively gifted.
Yeah.
But as you've seen in the finals, there's a lot of things exposed in that.
Yeah.
If you giving up 25 and you score 35, that's a 10-point swing, which is kind of like it may not go in your favor because another guy may have got off on the other team. So it's like really he's an offensive player. That's not give him the credit of someone like a LeBron.
Okay.
Because LeBron, that's a different. He's playing both ends. And when Luka starts to play both ends, then let's give him the credit of being, a guy like a Kawhi.
I agree.
You gotta play two ways, and I'm not saying you gotta be the best defensive player, but you gotta have the mindset to want to get stops, to want to not let your man score. You gotta have pride in your defense.
Exactly. The European players, as you said, they are more dedicated because of the hours and everything that they put in, and more so our players here in America. Not all of them, but a lot of them don't want to put that work in the gym. What's your advice to any kid that's having trouble making that adjustment to I need to get in the gym? What's your advice to them?
It's pretty clear. Like what you want. You want to change your life because you got to do more than the other person's doing. If you want to change your life, you can't say doing 10 miles every 5 days is something that the person that's doing 20, that's nothing to them. If you're doing 10 miles, you eventually got to step it up to 12. You can't just look at it like you do the bare minimum. You got to come out your comfort zone. You got to be a dog, and you got to look at things as you putting into daily deposits. You got to put in daily deposits because if not, you doing withdrawals. And if you're doing withdrawals, guess what? You're going to be in a negative, and you don't want to be in a negative. You want to be in a positive with basketball because over time, those hours that add up.
Exactly. We just had the NBA draft, and in the NBA draft, you see a lot of European players selected high in the draft.
Right. Yep.
And then we had
they earned it too.
Yeah, a lot of those players seem like in my opinion, I thought it was a weak draft. What you think about the draft? I think it was weak.
I mean,
just the eye test for me.
Eye test when they picked Luka, you looked at it like a what? When they first picked Luka, when you heard of Luka, and you didn't know who he was.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I didn't know who he was. I didn't really see him. I just, I just saw the highlights. So maybe I was a little biased. I was kind of like, they traded Trae Young because I saw what Trae Young was doing.
Exactly.
They made that trade
because he's in America. We don't see the players
exactly
and the things that they can do over there. The game is so broad that we don't know all the players everywhere. This game is so big now that you have to be on your game every day. If it's 24 hours in a day, I would say you have to dedicate 10 of it to the game of basketball. If you're a kid growing up trying to pursue basketball, it's no more you just put in when you feel like it. It ain't like that no more. You just not getting over with athleticism. You can't get over just by jumping higher than the person. You got to know technique. You got to know how and what.
So, just speaking about the NBA draft, we just witnessed the draft, and I mentioned that we had a lot of European players that went high in the draft, but there was, one player from America that kind of got more shine than everybody. Not saying he's the best player. Bronnie James, LeBron James' son, he was drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers, I believe, with the 55th pick or so. What's your thoughts on Bronny? You think he's a pro? What's your expectations of Bronny?
My personal opinion,
yeah.
And I'm just gonna be straight up. He earned it. Just like any other kid, they pursued the game since the time they picked up a ball. They wanted to be in the NBA. It just so happened to be LeBron James' son.
Yeah.
So let's just flip it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got a guy who I worked with for about 8 years. His name is Isaiah Wong.
Okay.
The draft last year, he went in the same order, 55th to the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
And nobody said nothing about, him being picked.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, as a people, we got to get off, if somebody is, are they, and I don't want to say the word, like, deserving, because it's like you put in the time. Like, a lot of stuff is not fair, and I'm going to be real. Like, a lot of jobs that they give the people in Congress or stuff like that, they don't be earning it. It just be like hand-down jobs or stuff that, a person just, they fed in at the right time. So I just feel like this kid, he put the time in. LeBron James is his daddy. Yeah, his daddy say he a pro, he a pro.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's like, with Bronny, I think that, I think Bronny probably get a lot of the hate because people hate his father. And,
I don't know why, though. And I'm going to be real, though, too. Like, a lot of the things that they say about LeBron, like, number one player in history, was scoring.
Yeah.
They talk about the stuff that they want him to be, not what he is.
Exactly.
He's not Mike. He's not Kobe. He's LeBron James. Like, what you want him to do? He's going to be himself, just like how he know his son is a pro. He know what his son can contribute. If his son was not a pro, he would not have put his son in that position.
Exactly.
LeBron is not going to disrespect the game in that way. He's not going to put his son in a position where he's not going to be able to hold his own. And I'm going to tell you this. It's going to be a while before he figures out his role and how he can be an all-star in his role. And that's all we want him to do, is be an all-star in his role. That's just like, when you at your crib and when you're with your woman, your role, you know what I'm saying? Y'all take different orders, y'all do different things. But that's just not saying that this person is more important than this person. It's just on a team. It's a 12-man roster. He's not going to get 40 minutes.
Exactly.
He may get 12 to 13 minutes, and it's going to increase over time.
Do you think he played this year? Do you think he get any time this year?
Damn right he's going to play. He's going to play. That's why I say he's going to get, starting off, he's going to get a few little crumbs, and how he reacts to the crumbs and how he produces, he's going to get more. And before you know it, to be honest, if Austin Reeves can fit in, I'm taking Bronny over Austin Reeves.
Really?
They ain't say nothing about Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves just got a crazy bag, and he ain't been doing shit since he got that bag. He disappeared.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there sticking the league up with no.
Now, are you saying Bronny better than Austin Reeves?
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying he is. I'm saying I'm taking Bronny over Austin Reeves because Bronny is a defender. He's a poor man's right now at this time. He's a poor man Drew Holiday.
Well, speaking about Bronny, in his you spoke about him possibly having a role. I mean, being the best player in his role. A lot of players don't really understand that. That's the way to get on the roster because everybody base their opinion of a player more so off of scoring. Like he can't get a bucket. He trash.
Right.
But you see players like Draymond Green,
For sure.
who's made millions, hundreds of millions in the NBA.
And he's been an impact with the Warriors.
Yes. So it's just about finding. I believe about finding your niche, and players have to understand, like you said.
That's a good word.
Your role.
To use when you say that. You got to find your niche because at the end of the day, you could be the same player on a different team, and not be able to find your way. And guess what? They're going to sit your ass down, and they're going to find somebody that's going to be able to do it.
So just rewinding back, I know we were speaking about a particular player from our region, Wagner, DJ. Do you think he's an NBA player?
Yeah, over time he's going to become more comfortable in his role. Because last year when he played for Kentucky, I'm gonna be honest, he didn't assert himself like I wanted him to do or people expected him to do. He was coming in as being the number one player for 4 years in high school. Think about it. You the number one player in the country for 4 years straight.
Yeah.
That's hard. That's not, most people drop 8, 10 spots. He maintained that for a long time. So when he went to Kentucky, I just feel as though he didn't keep that same energy going into his first year. Yeah. He should have shot at least 20 times a game. You shoot 20 times a game, like what comes with that?
Yeah, you're gonna get more. It's gonna get more opportunity to score. It'll open the floor up for him.
You're aggressive.
Yeah,
you're very aggressive, and that's one thing that you have to be playing against them grown men. And Edwards, what is he?
Yeah, Edwards is a problem. I know
he's
that.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
there's no stopping him. No. He's only stopping himself.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's gonna be Anthony Edwards is gonna possibly be one of the best players in the league. At some point, I saw something in him in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, everybody's seen him turn into
he turned into a superstar.
Yeah, yes he did. But I think he was always that guy. I just think that he got it upstairs. His mental as well as his athletic ability, it all it meshes. But he does things as a student of the game. You could tell by his footwork, the stuff that he does. When they think they got him, on baseline or they think they trapping him, he uses his pivot a lot. A lot of players don't use pivots. Once they get stopped, they don't pivot. They get off the ball. Yeah, I think only way he's gonna not be the player that he needs to be is if God forbid an injury, And you see a lot of players in the past, Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill. A lot of these players, they would have been. You know what I'm saying? It's about staying healthy, exactly. At this point with him. Yeah.
So, just going back to DJ, do you think DJ has a breakout season this coming year?
Yeah, I think he got a big breakout season. That's if DJ want to have a breakout season. That's if DJ wants to put the ball up 15 to 20 times a game, He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard. He's playing up and down basketball, we're not trying to have him be facilitator. It's going to be reads you got to make as being a guard, but we're not trying to have you be John Stockton. Yeah. We just want you to score. If you're not open to score, get off the ball. Yeah. But I think that the role that he got caught up in by having so many different athletes around him, he got caught in trying to, set up guys.
Trying to fit in, yeah.
Yeah, you can't fit in. When you're the number one player in the nation, remain that. Don't come off that.
Do you believe that comparing DJ to his father, you think at this point, at their age, if you had his father the same age as DJ, who you think is better? Your opinion, I'm asking your opinion. I'm asking your opinion, man.
Yo, come on.
I'm just asking.
We're not going to do the wag. We're not going to do the wag like that. All right, but I'm gonna say this. All right, there's no disrespect to DJ Junior. Yeah. But your daddy was a killer. Yeah. You a killer, but your daddy is an assassin. Yeah. That boy used to go, and I'm saying, man, and that's when I'm going back to saying that, coming up in the era when, we came up in early 2000s, it was no way you were going to be number one and not be a dog. Yeah. Like just biting everything. You just out there, you taking everybody's food, you're not giving a fuck, you just going at niggas. Yeah. And excuse my language, but at the end of the day, DJ, he's DJ. And I think that, when you see these kids and they playing through their fathers, they're not their dads. Everybody got a different type of game. Now, he's good for his generation of players.
Yeah.
But his dad, the game was so different when his dad played.
Yeah.
The lane was not open. The lane is just open now.
Yeah.
You can play one-on-one. Back in the day when he came, it was like you had 4 or 5 people grabbing and reaching at him.
Yeah.
It was just a totally different game. But he good, but he not his dad.
I heard AI speak about that. Allen Iverson. He mentioned, he was like, "Yo, listen, if I played in this league right now, NBA," he said, "I at least would have averaged 5-6 more points per game, easy," because he said it's wide open.
12. He's being generous.
Yeah.
12 to 15 for him. Just think about it. He was going to the lane and was getting fouled and going and taking punishment.
Yeah.
If he do it now, first of all, they're going to not foul him. They're going to let him go straight through.
Yeah.
He's going to have about 50 a game. He may average 50 one season.
AI.
He averaged 36.
Yeah, I think it was like
1 year.
So, 35. Yeah, about 36. Yeah.
And that was with like 6'10"
When they can hack you, knock you down
and shit like that
Yeah.
in the league. Like,
yeah, now the centers is more, pick and pop, and it ain't no more. You come down there, I'm gonna put you on your back.
right? Yeah.
Ain't no more of that. I can't even name a center in the NBA that's like that right now.
None, bro. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we in a time where it's like, if you a dog, you really gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy. And I'm not saying that I want kids to come off of who they are as a player, but if you really want it, if you exert yourself nonstop in the game, you're gonna be that man. Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna want to stop you. They're gonna get out your way. That's what, when I was playing ball, like, I used to run 5 miles a day. Like, that was just, I had to, because when you get loose, they just now wearing down.
Exactly.
When you picking it up, and now the overdrive, they don't want nothing to do with it. They're like, damn, it's like a fighter. The 6 rounds, they just wearing you down. They playing, they fighting you. Then the 7th, 8th round, your hands dropping.
You're like Tank Davis just caught a KO like that. So speaking about Philly, of course we came up watching Allen Iverson. We just spoke about AI possibly playing in this league today. You say he averaged 12 more points. I gave him 5 or 6 based on what he said, but you say he was just being being generous to the league. But what's your thoughts on AI? Like, as far as his stature, his size, is there any player that you can name that that you would say that's better than him as far as for his size? Period.
No, it'll be another. It won't be another AI ever. That's like 1 of 1.
Yeah.
It'll never be another one of him.
Yeah. What you think made AI so good? As far as what you think it made him like?
He just was everything that I'm telling you about being a dog.
Yeah.
Like, that was him. And at the end of the day, he had to deal with so much, persevering. He persevered through so much in life outside of basketball. So his life, in a nutshell, was chaos.
Yeah.
And he still found, some type of peace on the basketball court to still be himself. Like, it was a story one time John Thompson said in an interview that he had to put fans out the arena because they wore, some gel suits. And I'm like, yo, like, that's just, but people look at that and they think that, like, it can't have a mental effect on you. Just think about it. You're 19 years old. Yeah. You got into a fight.
They try to send you to prison, destroy your career.
They send you to prison.
They send you to prison.
You get pardoned. You come out, you thinking your life going to be regular, and you can't even live. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, that just goes to show you that, like, you got more than the game you playing against. Like, when that's what I'm saying. Like, he's one of one guy. Like, he's a trendsetter. I don't know what player. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what player ever could come close to him. I mean, you may got Kyrie. He could do a little thing that's like AI-ish, but AI was just straight kill. He didn't give nothing. He didn't give a shit about nobody.
Yeah, I saw. I was speaking. I saw a lot of players speaking about AI. It was Gilbert Arenas. He spoke about AI, like playing against him. Like, he's like, yo, that ball was like crazy. And then us just watching him play. from a standpoint of being from Philly and fans of the Sixers, watching AI, it's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then now they're comparing, like you said, they compare Kyrie Irving to Iverson. Do you think Kyrie is anywhere close or anywhere like better than Iverson in any aspect of his game?
You compare him in certain phases of the game, but Kyrie is 101 himself too. You know, like basketball players, in my opinion, are artists. You give them the canvas, which is the floor.
Mm-hmm.
They put their paintings down, and everybody, they give their opinions on it, but nobody can mimic what Kyrie Irving is doing either.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest one-on-one players of all time. If it's like neck and neck, I would say AI and Kyrie Irving, are similar.
Yeah.
1A, 1B, but I got Iverson being 1A.
Yeah. Iverson did win the MVP and carried the Sixers, that team, to the finals.
It was a different game too when AI was playing. Kyrie got the dance floor wide open. Kyrie handle is more crazy than AI. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
Kyrie got a crazier handle than AI, but AI just was straight to the punch. He's like, the first step was crazy. Yeah,
I'm getting to the whole. So, speaking about, like you said, like the NBA players, the NBA game, and how it's wide open for players now. And today's game, we see, we have, like you said, Kyrie Irving. And we spoke about Allen Iverson. Outside of who's in the NBA that you see and be like, yo, he nice. Like you like all that. Like we spoke about Anthony Edwards, spoke about him. But outside of Anthony Edwards, who do you see like that's like gonna carry the torch? Who do you think has the ability to be like crazy?
All right, the kid from Orlando. I'm gonna name a few of them.
Yeah.
The kid from Orlando. His name is Palermo. Is that?
Oh yeah.
He's crazy. He's 6'10".
Yeah,
he's doing
tough.
Guard stuff. I like him. I like. Let me see. Trae Young for sure.
Yeah.
Trae Young's crazy. I'm gonna go with the kid from the Rockets. The brother. He's the twin.
Oh, the twin, yeah. I think his brother's in Detroit, I believe.
Yeah, his brother's in Detroit.
Yeah, I think he's going to be tough.
I like him. I also like Wemby. You can't, it's nothing you can like, you got to like Wemby. If you don't like Wemby, it's something.
Yeah, Wemby probably going to be, if he put some weight on and all that and once you start filling out and get strong and all that.
It's not even fair. It's not even like, it's just
yeah,
weird.
they're going to win some chips over there, I believe it. And they just brought Chris Paul in there.
That was like real key to do because now you got somebody that can actually think for y'all.
Exactly.
And that's the coach that's on the floor.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was a hell of a pickup.
That was a very good pickup. I just think the Warriors, they didn't utilize Chris Paul like they should have utilized Chris Paul this year.
Yeah, and he got hurt too. So he got hurt.
Yeah.
So you said Wemby. You said
Wemby, Trae Young, the kid from Orlando. We also got the kid from
Can't say Maxey. What's up with Maxey? Maxey in there? Think I gotta do a little bit more work.
I like Maxey. I just think that I just didn't like what Maxey couldn't do when Embiid was out.
Yeah.
I just feel like when you like coming in as like the second tier guy to like an Embiid, you gotta like really show like who you are when that guy go out because he's gonna go out. So Maxey, in my opinion, when he went out, he should have held it down they shouldn't have. They fell back a lot of games. It was just like I didn't see Maxey doing what a Jalen Brunson would have done in that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? But again, they're different players. Maxey is more of a scorer, and Jalen Brunson is more of a facilitator / scorer. He can do both. He got that game where he can like go fast and get crazy with you, but he also can play that game where it's like half court and we can make reads and we can but that comes from going to that style at Villanova. Villanova That whole New York team,
It's like a
dangerous.
Yeah, they crazy.
Dangerous. They
Yeah.
got Mikal Bridges now too.
They're gonna be a matchup nightmare, especially on that perimeter. They're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a problem. So, what you think about SGA?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, he
Yeah,
not, I'm sorry, but he's ill, yo. He's crazy.
Yeah,
like, yo, that boy, like, he may be the most like best one-on-one player in the NBA.
yeah,
He can do whatever he want.
yeah. Just speaking about that, like his count. Just speaking about his counter aspect on the court, like So speaking about SGA and his ability to counter off moves, get to the paint, he shoot from the perimeter. Anywhere in the paint is a bucket for him.
And he go at his own pace. He's not going fast. Ayan. The fuck? Yeah, SGA go at his own pace. You can't speed him up. You can't slow him down. You can't make him go in the direction that. I told you this shit like.
Yeah,
I told you.
It's like gel.
Yeah, I told you. That's what I'm about to say.
It's like
It's a bunch of shit. I told you.
So I be when you come in, when you in jail, that just
Like
going off all day.
Right. I seen interviews where people in the background talking, the restaurant and shit like that, and you got shit in the background, but the voice is higher up.
Like TNT when they be at the finals.
Right, shit like that. Yep.
The crowd going crazy, but you can hear Barkley and them talking. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You know what I mean?
That's
It's perfectly
crazy.
fine.
That's crazy editing too.
Yeah. But, you know, we were speaking about SGA, you know, his ability.
Yep.
You said that you can't slow him down, you know, you can't speed him up. And him being, I thought he should have, maybe could have won the MVP this year.
You should have.
I think he should have gave it to the young boy, let him, because then that would have boosted his confidence. And now you got it, you know what I mean?
Should have got it.
Who's better, him or Anthony Edwards, in your opinion?
What you want? What type of player you want?
I'm just saying, like, if you had, if you say,
Me,
all right,
if I'm going to say
you
a
had the
person,
first pick, and them two was sitting right there, who you picking?
what players I got to rate around me?
I'm just saying,
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
you're building a
That's-
franchise. You got them
I'm
two
building
right there.
all right, so
You're
if
building
I'm
a
building a
franchise, let's get it.
franchise, I gotta go with. They both are like crazy, so it's kind of crazy. It's like, you know, it's like picking, you know, a luxury car that's like high end, that's like one-on-ones.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say personally, for what I like,
Yeah.
I'm going say I'm gonna go with SGA.
Good pick. I mean, I
like, and that's nothing against Anthony Edwards. Like, he's the next Jordan, but I just feel like, you know, if it came down to it and we needed somebody to facilitate, find open players,
Exactly.
and stuff like that, then I want SGA because he still can go get his buckets. It doesn't look as good as entertaining. It doesn't look as entertaining as Anthony Edwards, but he get the job done too. 2 points is 2 points.
Yeah, I agree. So, just want to rewind. No, or even since we're talking about the NBA, what's your thought on our Sixers? Are you a Sixer fan?
Yeah, I'm a real big Sixers fan. You know,
Think about Paul George coming to the Sixers and with Maxey and B. What you think?
what you think?
I mean, no, I'm asking you, man. What you think?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I hope Paul George is the Paul George from 2013.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. We always getting somebody at the tail end. But I hope that, you know, being as though Embiid is Embiid and Maxey is Maxey, Paul George can do the bare minimum of what we need, which is a guy that can get one-on-one buckets when we need him.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that, you know, he's not going to be able to get them, but are you going to be able to sustain the season throughout the 82 games? So when it gets to like the 60th game, are you going to be on the incline or the decline? And I don't want to see, you know, the Sixers go for a player and then they hurt.
Missing 30 games.
Like, then what you come here for? Like, I don't want to, because I'm a real true Sixers fan. You know what I'm saying? I was a Sixers fan, Willie Burton, and them type of Dana Barrows and stuff like that. So I want to see the Sixers get into a place where AI had him and he didn't have any help around. Y'all got Embiid, y'all got...
AI had Embiid, we had like probably 3-4 chips, man.
Yeah, because the mentality that the dude got.
Yeah, that would have been, it'd have been a problem.
But I ain't gonna front though. Maxie looked like he put on a couple solid,
Yeah,
pounds.
I saw that, yeah.
He like he probably could take a little bit more punishment. That's why I feel like he probably wasn't, being as assertive going to the basket. Because you notice when he goes to the basket, he's more of a floater type of dude.
Mm-hmm.
He don't really draw and get contact and try
finish.
to get dudes in the foul trouble.
Yeah.
I like a Brunson that's gonna go draw, get the contact. Somebody that's gonna play chess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, on the court.
Yeah, you can tell Brunson is he's a student of the game, man. Possibly because his father as well, because his father played. So
all day, because his dad was a great player, and an even better person,
Yeah, I saw the too. I saw like a clip. I saw a clip of like of Brunson as like a teenager. I mean, his dad had him running, on the court, so forth and so on.
Yeah, his dad was cool. His dad, I actually know his dad.
Oh wow.
When I was younger, I was actually, going to camp with a guy named Eddie Hurt.
Okay.
Eddie Hurt, he's still a mentor of mine. When I was younger, he used to take me to his to the workouts with a guy by the name of John Harnett.
Okay.
And John Harnett used to, have the pros come down and do workouts. And with the workouts that they used to do, they used to have like the top of the top players. Like you would have any NBA draft pick that's coming in that's doing like a workout with the Sixers,
Mm-hmm.
they would come in and get a workout with him.
Wow.
So I remember one time I wore a size 12 when I was like 12 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and my next door neighbor was Alex Wesby. He went to Temple.
Exactly.
So I was fortunate enough to have him as a neighbor and that to be his guy as well.
Wow.
So when I used to go down to workouts, I used to be exposed to all those guys, and I was never starstruck. I used to be like, I want to shoot around, I want to do the drills, do all this, that, and the third. So that's what I attribute, my skill set and my, my game to being around those guys. But when I met Rick, it was at a time when I was, wearing a 12,
Mm-hmm.
and he had some sneaks, and he was like, yo, what size you wear? You got some big ass feet. And he was like, yo, I got some sneaks for you. And he gave him to Ed, and Ed gave him to me, and he also gave me a New York Knicks jersey, which
Wow.
is crazy because he actually was he was a player for the New York Knicks at the time.
Okay.
And what's so funny about that was guys used to be like, yo, who Rick Brunson? And I used to be like, Rick Brunson went to Temple.
Exactly.
And that just let me know that people, they wasn't never students of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I always been a student of the game. It don't matter if he was the 12 guy, 15 guy, I always knew who was getting a 10-day contract, who was what. That's what I think these kids in this era, it's like y'all gotta like get better with, knowing who's who.
Exactly.
Don't matter who the guy is, if they're a practice player or what.
Exactly. They just someone else out there trying to get opportunity, just like you.
Yes, sir.
At a particular time, they just in the NBA or wherever they at, college, trying to get the same opportunity. So, just speaking about the city, a little bit more about the city. If you had to choose, who the top 5 best ballers all time from the city of Philadelphia?
Top 5 best ballers of the city all time?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Lowry.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3, right?
Correct. Yes.
Rasheed Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a point guard, I got a 2/3, I got a 4,
Mm-hmm.
and I
center.
got center. And Flip Murray.
Flip over Aaron McKee.
Yeah. I like Blue, but Blue ain't Flip Murray.
Yeah. Flip was a playground legend. Like he was like
Flip is Flip.
Flip would come to the hood and like
Yeah,
you see.
he do it both. Also,
Oh, what about Cat?
I'm gonna take Cat too, but I'm just saying, like, that's just I love Cat, but y'all, this is my 5. But I'm saying I sub in Cat. Let me do 7 players. Cat and Blue.
Yeah. Cat was cooking the playground as well. So let's say this. Who was the top 5 playground bulls that was cooking in the city that didn't make it to the college, NBA level, whatever case may be, but in the playground,
in
your opinion, I'm talking about
my
the
era,
nicest. The nicest.
All right, what I seen with my own eyes.
Yes.
Sad Eye.
Sad Eye. Okay.
seen with my own eyes as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That shit they say, like Jordan,
Yeah.
he was Jordan on the playground.
Mm-hmm.
There's no lie. Ayo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hot Rod.
Okay. Rob was cooking.
Damn. Let me say. Can I say Jerome Allen?
Yeah, you can say that.
Because he was like a playground, like.
He played in play. Yeah. He would come play in the leagues.
I'm gonna say. Damn. I don't really got like a 5.
You could probably put Flip in there too, because he's a cook.
And Flip, yeah. Flip is like.
And Cat should play in the summer leagues too.
Yeah, Cat. But I'm saying like at 16 in SQ.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That was like, that shit used to be like one of the craziest type of atmospheres you can ever be around. It was just nonstop oohs and ahs, nonstop, crossovers. And every now and then you may have a gunshot or two. But
yeah. For sure.
So if you was good playing down there, you knew what was coming with that. But it was a good. And I miss those days of Philly basketball. Outside.
Yeah. You can't do that now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do it, but you better have heavy security nowadays. These guys, man, it's a little crazy out here in the city. But maybe one day it can get back to that. So we spoke about the top 5 ballers in the city. So we mentioned these guys, and a lot of these guys are actually forgotten because of the youth don't even know nothing about these guys, and they don't even really know. They can't even name possibly anybody in the playground right now that they can say playground legend in their area. I don't think they have that right now.
No, I don't think they even know the game to be, trying to say, certain people are playground legends. The way the game is played is no knock, but it's just the truth. It's just a bunch of up and down. It's no, it's no thought in the game. It's no cuts. It's just a bunch of one-on-ones. Wow. It's just not. It's not basketball to me.
No, you forgot Pooh
Allen.
Yeah, you mentioned him.
Yes, I said Jerome Allen.
Okay, all right, my bad. Okay, so I don't know if Sewell actually played in the summer league.
No, Sewell was more.
He was Roman Catholic.
He was more pro. He wasn't like really like a. To me, he wasn't really like a playground person.
Yeah.
I'm talking about somebody that get dirty in the playground, go out there, ISO.
Yeah.
Open the floor up.
Flip and all them. They was getting it Flip and Mobley and them. I just see them at the playground getting it popping, man. So yeah, man. Here at TBISE, man. We looking to continue to build our platform to provide opportunity to people in sports to give their knowledge of sports, because everyone has something to offer to sports, whether it's basketball, football, boxing, whatever. We need the children and people to understand that the opportunities is here. You just got to go out and get it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So like B said, he got building bridges. We just trying to build the bridge, to people who want to be successful in whatever they're trying to obtain in sports and basketball. And he here. So how can people reach out to you? How can they get to you? If they want to be a part of your camps, they want to be a part of what you got going on, they want to make donations, whatever it is to what you got going on, how do they get in contact with you?
You can get in contact with me on my Instagram page. My Instagram page is at bsmith_215. You can send me a direct message, or you can reach out to me on my business cell phone, 215-990-8284.
One last question I didn't ask you. I forgot to ask this question. I know this is everybody asks this question. LeBron or JD? Who better and why? Who you picking? And just give your breakdown.
or
Jordan.
JD. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Mike.
Okay.
Mike is Mike.
Okay.
Sometimes I dream that he is me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's nobody better than them two in your opinion.
I mean, it's Jordan, Kobe, LeBron.
Okay.
And there's reasons why I'm going to that 3. Jordan was the man. Kobe imitated that, and then LeBron is the next in I mean, because, you know, people that came before you, you can't, I mean, it's really, you taking from their game.
Exactly.
So how you going to act like you better, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I've never seen Dr. J and them dudes. So Michael Jordan would say those guys, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
That's what he watched coming up.
you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's all preference.
So before we go, B, is there any advice you want to give to these young kids out here, man? Any advice you want to offer to anyone in the world, anyone who's looking to, you know, find their way in sports, business, whatever it is? Is there any advice you want to give to the world?
Sure. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you aspire to be, you know, you should go into it going head first.
No, dude.
Always, you know, strive to be the best. Never look at, you know, someone else's, you know, journey and think that, you know, that should be yours. You know, go at your own pace and, you know, just be thankful.
It's real. That's real. So it's TBISE. You know, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube at TBISE 247 Sports, and you can subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at TBISE 247. So I'm glad you took the time to give us an interview with my guy B Smith.
I appreciate
man.
you too, bro.
Yeah, man. It's like B know, like we came a long way. You know, we here now trying to do this thing. So we're gonna keep on pushing. You're gonna see many more vids from B with us. We're gonna do a lot more stuff. So more things to come. So TBISE.
Care LLC. We give you an abundance of what you need. We know what you need. We can literally read your mind. Look at me. I'm staring right into your soul. We're gonna give you an abundance of it. Medicare LLC has been rated #1 in Pennsylvania for home care agency since 2020. They got the best pay, the best care, medical, dental, 401k. If you're located in Philadelphia County, Bucks County, Chester County, or Montgomery County, call today at
215-644-8341.
Oh, hello, is this Medicare? I just called the number that was here at the screen. This is crazy.